everybody, and welcome to another prediction. This one is for the episode that everyone saw coming because it was announced months ago, and I only took now to do the actual prediction. It's El Macho Man, the Randy Savage, versus the Kool-Aid Man. And I am joined by someone who I've not been joined with before. Please introduce yourself.
I am Titanium 1208 and I do rap battles on the internet, which is cringe.
Some of you who know that my musical preferences might be surprised to know I've actually got nothing against rap battles. I actually enjoy quite a few of them. As it's just rap songs I generally don't enjoy, except for the latest one that Brandon Yates dropped. I didn't actually mind that one too much.
It's because Yates is a god.
I mean, he did also make Kings of Infinity, which I'm not a big fan of. So, but
I like that song to a point.
I feel like even if I did like rap, I would still have my problem of like just how repetitive it gets. It's funny because like I don't have a problem with long songs. In fact, one of my favorite bands is Avantasia, and they are known for occasionally dropping a nice 15-minute long song right at the start of their albums. Like,
oh my god,
it was like Raven Child, Seven Angels, Scarecrow's pretty long. I don't think
I could get bored of a 4-minute song.
I don't think their first album didn't have one that long. I don't think. I'm definitely forgetting one.
Jesus.
What was the one in there was one in Ghostlights. Let the Storm Descend Upon You. That's the one I'm forgetting. Anyway, yes. So we're talking about Macho Man vs. Kool-Aid Man, and I think Titanium's actually was one of the quickest people ever to ask to join a prediction. In that it was a good
right as it was revealed
30-minute delay before anyone else asked.
Yeah. It's because I have always wanted to be on one of these, but anytime I'm like, no, I wouldn't be that good, or no, I don't know that much. Someone else is better at this specific brand than me. Like, whenever Dio and Alucard happens, I know Dio, I know nothing about Alucard.
I think, yeah, someone else has already claimed that anyway.
Yeah,
at like the start of the year.
I mean, I don't blame them. It'll be fun listening to, like, how horrible the debate is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fine because, like, for the most part, most of the community agrees with the winner. But I just don't care. I just don't care about the matchup. I mean, I prefer it to Jorno versus Joker because when that happens, and I've said this before, I said this in videos before, the prediction is going to just be a flat shot of me lying on the ground for a while. I'm going to put the pumpkin mask on, lie on the floor with my hands over, like, I'm going to do full Undertaker in the coffin and just lie there for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want that one to happen either. I don't like Persona 5. I just don't. I played it twice. I didn't care for it.
I think just to piss people off right at the end, I'm going to sit up like the Undertaker and scream, Jorno's going to win! Just to piss people off. You think there's going to be
Go home!
Joker will rest in peace. I mean, Joker will probably lose. I don't know. I would probably know better if I kept up with the discussion on Death Battle Cast when they did Stance versus Personas, because I know Stance versus Personas did devolve into that. I mean, I wouldn't complain either because
JoJo is in a bad state at the moment.
When I get to watching part 5, that will probably decide on who I'm rooting for.
Oh boy.
Will I like?
Is Jorno a cool main character?
I
think the better question is, does he show up enough?
I haven't watched part 5 yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna like Jorno or not. I know that he's the son of Dio. I know that Golden Experience Requiem looks really stupid.
What sucks is he's the son of Dio. Don't expect him to go into that at all.
Oh no!
They don't.
No.
They just mention it once.
I think it's a problem because so far, despite how popular JoJo's is, I've enjoyed 2 parts out of 4. So I'm hoping
it wasn't part 2 and part 4.
Yeah, I like part
Yeah.
1 to a point, but also the pacing is god awful. Primarily in the first episode, it's one of the worst first episodes of any anime I've seen, to be honest. Um,
Yeah.
and part 3, it's also a problem with the pacing. Funnily enough, just in the exact opposite direction.
Monster of the week.
Yes, it felt like watching episodes of The Flash. You know, there's supposed to
This
be
week
this
we're gonna
big thing
beat up
going
a car.
I I tuned out for that whole episode, and when someone
The
told
car
me,
with the big arm.
and like someone told me, "Hey, you seen the car episode?" And I was like, "No, not yet." And they were like, "Oh, where are you at?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm near the Dio fight." And they were like, "What?"
Then you definitely saw the car.
It's like, "What car? What?" And then I went back and I looked it up. I was like, "Oh, oh, okay, that happened
Oh, I
apparently."
zoned out.
I zoned like with the Sun episode. I zoned out for almost all of it until the end, which pissed me off.
Just flick a pebble at the mirror and he's dead.
That's
good.
Part 3 has a lot of problems. I get why it's the most iconic, but
Yeah.
it's a real doodle
like it a
shine at
lot.
points.
Also like part 4 though. Part 4. My brother doesn't like part 4. He says there's too many episodes. I'm like, no, the filler's funny.
I
It's
can
good.
I can understand at least with part 4. It has its problems, but I like the characters enough. And unlike part 3, I felt like there was actual friendship between the characters. The only friendship I bought in part 3 was Avdol and Polnareff.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time with that.
Yes, and I
Kakyoin spent most of the time being dead.
Kaguya is I like him, but in the same way, I was gonna say the same way I like Yamcha, but I actually really like Yamcha. So, like in the
I
same
love
way,
Yamcha.
I can love a loser character, but not Yamcha or Krillin because I actually like their characters.
I love Dan Hibiki. Gets his butt handed to him constantly, but I love him.
I love
Kakyoin's a jobber.
Dan is like unironically one of my favorite characters in
He's so
Street
good.
Fighter. Like he's just such
My brother loves him. He's
yeah.
funny.
Dan's great.
Psycho, super cool.
It's just yeah. I like when people like there's this loser character. I think the problem with Kakyoin is that that's clearly not the intention. I feel was not to be that kind of epic, mean loser. He was meant to be serious, but like he never does anything. His most
I think
notable.
he only had one episode where he was like the main character, and it was with the baby.
He fought a baby, and then he got
And
donut.
barely survived.
Yeah, he nearly lost to a baby. It's funny because like when they did a baby episode in part 4, it was a lot better.
It was invisible.
It was better. I mean, I still didn't really like it that much because it just kept on digging in the fact that Joseph is just a shell of his former self. But
I do like what he does at the end, though, in the lake or whatever.
Yeah,
To find the baby
I would have
underwater.
been
I thought
cool
that was cool.
if like Joseph was just playing it up, you know, like just playing it up for whatever reason, and that was the moment he revealed. And he says something like, "Your next line is, I didn't think you'd do that." And Josuke's like, "I didn't think you'd do that. That's oh, you bastard."
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, time is a ticking clock. Comes for us all.
Yeah, except for a guy with Hamon.
Except Joseph, who should be like, at least Elisa can look like she's 20 when she's 50. Joseph should be fine.
Yeah.
It's like freaking Tai Chi, where you look like you're 20 until you turn 60, and then you look 100.
Yeah.
Cross that bridge when you get there. I do like part 4 though. Anyway, Randy Savage and
Yes.
Kool-Aid Man.
So I think the biggest difficulty with like doing a prediction for this is that it's a joke episode, right? It's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know if they're going to take it seriously, like in the debate. In which case, Kool-Aid Man's pretty simple. He's got a direct star level feat where he like smashes the sun, and the sun dies twice.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's got for speed though. I really don't.
Trying to think. No, he's just. I remember freaking wasn't Magni, it's just all the Marvel comics. I'm like, oh great.
Nah,
He doesn't fight any Marvel
he doesn't do
characters
shit.
though.
The best thing you can do is you could probably calculate the speed of him flying through space, and it wouldn't be very impressive. I guess there's one kid who's like, oh, you're even stronger than the Hulk, which no, you'd have an easier chance scaling Hulk Hogan to the Hulk than Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, because Hulk actually fought him.
Yeah, but the Hulk Hogan did get destroyed in that fight.
This is classic Hulk.
Yeah,
So no shock, right?
but then um, classic Hulk, it's a little bit overplayed, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I think a lot of what this depends on a serious matchup is like how far you're willing to buy into kayfabe with like what's stated by characters. Because like Hulk Hogan literally says that Hulkamania is the strongest force in the universe. Now, if you believe that, to be fair, Hulk Hogan never encouraged lying. Like, the character is meant to be a role model during that period. So you'd expect he's telling the truth. So does that mean he's got more power than a quasar?
Remember WrestleMania 6 where him and Ultimate Warrior are freaking constellations fighting each other? It's just, what?
Oh, yeah. Can you get footage of that? That completely escaped my mind.
Let me see if I can find it. Ultimate.
Because that would beat the Kool-Aid Man's star feat pretty easily, actually. And in speed, that would be best you can get too. I know there is a direct planet level feat with Hulk Hogan in one of the games. I don't remember which one, but he does a thing that was like.
I was gonna. I don't know if I can find a video of it. I may be able to find a picture at least.
Yeah,
just to prove that it exists.
Vinnie Mac is pretty stingy with video on YouTube of WWE.
A Big Mac, Vin Mac. Let's see. I can't find it. It was like basically the beginning of the show. Actually, I think I might know where to find it.
I'm upset because they released DVDs of like all the Royal Rumbles ever in 2-box sets. They have not done that for WrestleManias, at least in Australia. It's not here. I found it. I found it.
Oh yeah. Like Hulk Hogan, a ultimate warrior.
Yeah. I mean, if they use that, because like obviously, Warrior, Hogan, and Randy all scale to each other.
Warrior says. God, have you seen that comic book where Ultimate Warrior sodomizes Santa? No
comment. So if they use the constellation thing, Randy should win, like easily. And I think
I don't see them pulling that out because that's kind of an obscure thing, but that'd be really funny.
I mean, it would work. There's also there's Ultimate Warrior. I think Randy at one point stated that Randy Mania was a whole other universe, which, if you want to go with that, that would count. I think Matt Hardy once said something about Wyatt that was also universal.
Matt Hardy. I think Matt Hardy's like actually able to destroy universes by blinking. I'm not kidding.
Is he?
Broken Matt Hardy is able to do that.
When was that? Hold on.
It's really dumb.
You need to show me this stuff because like I'm not super caught up.
I need to find it, but I know he's.
There is a 5-dimensional statement from Gold Dust as well. There's some stupid shit. There's some stupid shit in WWE. Like just looking at where is it?
Yeah.
I'm watching this.
Stardust.
People are gonna see this on screen. Is me watching the there's a thing. Let's see.
I am Woken.
It's you can't see right now. It's the Woken Matt Hardy and Wyatt feud.
Yeah.
This is nothing new.
I'm hoping this doesn't turn out to be
It
an
has always
appointment.
been darkness versus light, yeah. The morning versus the night. Good versus evil. It's my favorite game.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Yes. The Great War has perpetuated
I
for
like Bray
eons
Wyatt now
across
that he's
multiple
the
dimensions,
Fiend. Well, now he's gone. What am I
transcending
saying?
space and time.
There
And
was
now it continues
something
to
about-
the battlefield known as WWE.
Something about transcending dimensions and time and shit that Hardy says.
Matt Hardy.
I'm pretty sure that's it. It's ridiculous.
My God.
If they want to do this, like, it's a joke episode, right? I'd hope they go like all in on things, and with like the WrestleMania 6 thing, I would be pretty annoyed if in the research one of the things they skipped was the WrestleManias. Like, if we're being honest, WrestleMania feels like if you're gonna watch any WWE preparing for this, you'd watch WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, like, the only reason I could see them not seeing the Constellation is because Macho Man's not. I don't even think he fights at that WrestleMania. I know or maybe he does. I know 5 is when he fought Hogan and lost the belt to him. 4 is when he won the belt.
I think, consider, right, that researchers will read and watch, like, everything they need to, because there is always going to be scaling. So if they see Ultimate Warrior vs Hulk Hogan, alright, let's just watch some Hogan stuff, some of Hogan's WrestleMania, see if there's anything interesting there. And then they'll probably just...
Oh, he's a star.
Oh, okay. Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior literally did Chuck Norris vs Seigen Sanshiro years prior.
Like, come on.
I just, yeah.
I do find it funny. Like, Ultimate Warrior has superpowers if you think about it. Like, the dude literally freaking can make illusions in a mirror.
I know, oh, there's another thing.
Okay, I found a comic panel.
Oh?
Oh my God.
Is it official, though?
I found a comic panel from an Ultimate Warrior comic made by Ultimate Warrior himself of him surviving re-entry. Like, what the heck, man? You're just supposed to be a dude.
If we're going to be talking about comics, so Undertaker, right? He had his Chaos Comics run. And in it, like, Undertaker is easily universal. Like, without a doubt, when he's got the 3 books directly stated, you cannot argue against that. Literally says he could reshape and destroy the universe if he wants to. Now, nobody scales to 3 books Undertaker, but a lot of characters would scale to 1 book Undertaker. So if you want to downscale from that, you could argue 1/3 Universal via that, if you really, really wanted to.
I looked up, like, wrestling feats, like, just feats people see, and one of them's the Hurricane. The Hurricane can move at Mach 1000.
What?
And he can breathe in space.
Is there, like, actually a respect
I mean,
thread?
he's a superhero.
That's...
It's like, it's like just people throw random wrestling feats out there. It's really dumb. Some of them are serious, some of them are not. And yeah, I just saw the frickin' Undertaker one.
Hulk Hogan, on his Death Battle Phantom page, says one of his feats was the first wrestler to body slam Andre the Giant. That's actually not true. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, frickin' Kamala could do that.
Was he the first one to do that?
I don't know if Kamala was the first, but I know I've seen footage of him doing it.
I know it's impressive because, you know, Andre's big. But obviously, Hogan's was like the big one. It was the biggest moment. But I know that there were people who did it first.
By the way, Matt Hardy survives a lightning strike. His clothes aren't even affected. Just what?
Okay.
Apparently there's something in WWE Immortals that Hulk Hogan jumps into space and nukes his opponent. What?
This is so.
Let me send you this. This looks hilarious.
This is. Yeah, that's
From
that,
a mole game.
That's the town. That's a town level. There's a town level calc for that. Yeah, that is amazing. Oh, I love it.
Oh my god.
I'm actually gonna look up WWE.
Let's go, brother.
Respect the dead man. Oh yeah, Undertaker's obviously superhuman. Like in terms of like even in just nothing but WWE wrestling matches, he's obviously got something going on. He's got like this feat where he lifts the entire ring with telekinesis against Kurt Angle. Yeah. I think
he's a zombie.
There's that. He has the whole like fake Diesel corpse that he made. Yeah. None of these feats that they're giving him on this respect.
He's a zombie.
Like yeah, he's got a lot of powers. God damn it. It's weird. I want to imagine being there like in person when they did the Undertaker electrocutes the ring thing, because like without the drawn on lightning bolts that they added in post, would it just look like Undertaker flicked his wrist and then everything exploded? Respect the iconic Demolition Man. I don't think that has anything to do with
on Reddit.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. There are a lot of direct feats. Not many, or there's not really many direct feats for Randy himself. Like if he had nothing but direct feats, Kool-Aid Man would win because he cracked the sun. But I am curious what they're going to scale Randy to. I would feel a whole host of emotions if Randy lost.
I would cry. I'm just gonna say right now, if you watch Randy lose in the premiere, imagine me crying, because that's what I'll be doing.
I will be watching it like around when it first comes out on first. And if Randy loses but doesn't die, I won't be too broken up. But if they actually kill Randy with the fucking Kool-Aid Man,
yeah,
that I'm gonna feel pretty upset about. I'm gonna be pretty unhappy about that. It's gonna be pretty unjoyful. Let's use that word.
By the way, Matt Hardy has a Death Battle fanon page.
No.
And he has one matchup.
Hold on, let me
you want to know who it is?
Oh, is it like Monica or something? Or that's the first thing that comes to mind. Is like a really stupid idea because like the whole broken gimmick. Oh my god, it is.
What's funny is that at least on the page, has him beating her.
What? I'm gonna read the results. Well, there goes the only girl that would ever love me. Whatever you say, Boomstick. Anyway, now, about this fight. How do I put this? It was a fight that was easy to figure out, yet it was hard? Yes. Now, this fight is really easy to figure out, but it is just as hard to figure out. When it comes to speed and reaction speed, it easily goes to Matt, due to the fact that he can react to the Undertaker, who can summon lightning. What? I don't think Undertaker's ever moved in tandem with lightning. No. Yeah. I mean, in terms of speed, you could probably just use the Hulk Hogan nuke movement thing. That probably gets some pretty good result. I mean, no, you could use the constellations, obviously, because constellations are so big, that would be massively faster than light. And when it comes to strength, is it really a question? It's a professional athlete versus a fucking high school student. And it also means a stamina is going to Matt, because, you know, professional wrestler versus high school dating sim girl. Then when it comes to how about we go over the things Monica might have? No, we should just stick to the script. Yeah, that sounds like something Wiz would say. Oh, fine. When it comes to weapons, it also goes to Matt, due to having multiple weapons, while the only thing Monica really has is knives and maybe the fire. But like we said earlier, she can barely use it for direct shit. When it comes to durability, it goes, this is getting boring. Durability and intelligence go to Matt because, you know, professional wrestler versus high school chick. Is just keep digging that in instead of actually looking at, like, the characters. Because, like, by this logic, Hornswoggle would beat the crap out of Haruhi Suzumiya.
I
But
want to see that.
by this logic, you could throw like Rey Mysterio at like Monica Kaname, and Rey would kick her ass. Though I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Wait, I'm reading further into this. Couldn't Monica just delete Hardy by removing his file? Well, yes, but actually, no. She could remove his file if they were inside a WWE game, but if they aren't, Monica's completely out of luck. And then there's a pop-up.
It makes it especially after Monica to mess with files in WWE 2K3. The game is already broken and unplayable.
I will take that because it's true.
That's true.
I tried that game when it was on sale, and then I thoroughly deleted it.
Hold on. I'm very confused by this. Then I guess we won't go by the script. Then I guess we gotta go to the last category of haxes. This one is a draw, because they're both powerful just for the hell of it. There is no reason why they're this powerful. Because power now is related to hax abilities. Yup.
Yep.
Especially since she's really bad at it. And the fact that Matt would likely use his mind games to play with Monica and find it. Yeah, Matt Hardy. I mean, he'll use his mind games, but, you know, it's gonna forget the fact that Matt's not exactly in his right mind either. Monica might have been able to put up a good fight, but in the end, she is defeated by Matt. I guess Monica should have saved her files, because in this fight, she was the one that was deleted.
Delete.
You know what?
To,
I'm gonna accept that pun.
if I could find the whole him blinking away universes, this would be a slam dunk.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
No.
I remember this being said.
I guess
the whole
like
broken universe is really weird.
the argument would be that because he was like all crazy at the time, that maybe he was like just over exaggerating, or it's all untrue. But like, I mean, if we're being honest, WWE is already pretty out there. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, also, isn't it like everything is canon?
yeah, like there's no
Which
like
is just,
solid.
are you kidding me?
The only thing I think that WWE like struck from canon was like anything with Benoit for obvious reasons, right? Because of what happened. Which, you know, if anyone doesn't know what happened with Chris Benoit, you can look that up in your own time. I don't really want to talk about it. It was not great. Oh, and it sucks because the Royal Rumble that he won was actually a really good one, but
Yeah, he came in at number, I think it was 1.
something like that.
Was
Yeah,
one or
it was. I
two?
think it was 2008. No, it was 2006.
Nobody. It's like, oh, only one guy's won from number 1. I'm like, yeah, only one guy, ever someone else. It was only Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, was it 2006? I actually need to check
Something like that.
because I think 2006 was Rey Mysterio. 2006 was Mysterio's when he was against Randy Orton and he flipped him out.
Was there for like over an hour.
Yeah, the longest someone's lasted in the Royal Rumble, I think.
It was until they did the 50-man one.
I don't remember that.
Uh,
I don't actually remember that one at all.
it was the one in Saudi Arabia.
Oh. 2007, I think, was when Undertaker won from number 30. Which was like, I think that was the first time someone number 30 won. Even though you'd think that would be
It's
pretty
kinda funny.
simple. That
I
was
think that'd be common. but
2007 is one of my favorite Royal Rumbles because I just really like how everything progressed and like the ending with Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker.
no. Yeah.
Like they just naturally go really well.
Undertaker.
2008.
Undertaker's like, I'm winning this match. Get
2008
out
was
of here.
John Cena, I think. I like the 2008 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, 8 was Cena. It's when he came out at 30 and he came back early.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you were supposed to be gone.
It's 2004. That was the Benoit one. 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a
Then-
really good Rumble, but it
Jeez.
just, yeah, obviously because of what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not getting mentioned ever
Yeah,
again.
That's non-canon. I'm hoping Death Battle never, like, don't bring that up at all. Like, don't bring up Benoit at all.
Oh, I swear that is horrible if they do.
I
Like, just don't mention it.
Chris
Not even
Benoit
as a joke.
and
I
Owen
wouldn't
Hart.
like that.
Benoit and Hart, Owen, don't bring them up. Just don't at all, in any
Just-
way.
Yeah, just don't.
Like, obviously, in the case of Owen Hart, like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, he's still a highly respectable person. But if they were to bring it up, they would do it in the form of a joke, and I would rather they not. At all.
Yeah, I would not like that.
If they're gonna make a dumb
I'm
reference
glad,
joke, reference David Bautista and Drax the Destroyer again, it'd be unfunny, but at least
The
it wouldn't be
Rock.
painful. Or The Rock, yeah. Or even Hulk Hogan and his sellout tendencies. Though I say that, but like, I mean,
And
Randy
John
did
Cena.
do a rap album too. So,
That was a good rap album.
have not listened to it.
I just all you need to listen to is the freaking Hulk Hogan diss track.
I'm hoping that the track is gonna incorporate something from that though. Like, obviously, Pomp and Circumstance is what
dude.
they're gonna focus on, but
Yeah, but it'd be funny if he's like, "Be a man, Hulk."
he says that to the Kool-Aid Man. Be a man, Kool-Aid Man.
Ugh. God, dude, that song's so good. It's just making fun of early 2000s Hulk Hogan. He's like, "I was in Spider-Man." I'm like, "Yeah, for 5 minutes.
You got your ass kicked.
At least you had fun, right?"
The good thing is, Pomp and Circumstance is a royalty-free track because it was done by
Someone a long time ago.
Sir Edward Elgar, I think, and
I
I think that's it. I'm gonna put it up on screen if it's not, but the good thing is they can use that in the analysis, so it's not gonna be
Yeah.
like another case where I'm just like bothered thinking this should have been done in season 2, so we can have the classic theme song of the character playing. No, they're gonna
wonder
have
if they're gonna.
Pomp and Circumstance in there.
Are they gonna have a Jay Lethal joke in there?
Are they gonna have a Family Guy joke in there?
They gotta have
For the
Jay
Kool-
Lethal, Black Machismo.
Okay, but think Kool-Aid Man on his side, Family Guy reference. They could actually
Oh.
reference Family Guy on Death Power.
Oh yeah.
Like fucking getting destroyed by
God.
Stewie Griffin.
I remember that was hilarious. But
But yeah, in terms
God,
of
I would pop off if Macho Man was like, "Bone saw is ready." Or if he says, "I got you for 3 minutes, 3 minutes of playtime."
I'm glad that they've got a good Randy voice, like from what we heard in the preview.
Yeah,
We haven't had anything from
I'm
Kool-Aid
glad
Man.
it's being hand
but, like,
drawn.
Kool-Aid Man's voice changed a lot. Like, he's most known for, "Oh yeah," and just that one flat tone.
I've just realized Macho Man in the preview is doing the Hulk Hogan nuke.
He is! He's doing his elbow drop combined with the Hulk
yeah.
Hogan nuke.
Boom.
Oh, it's amazing. That's probably completely by accident. They probably just thought, let's do the elbow drop from a super high area.
Atomic elbow drop. Literally.
Imagine if they actually do the leg drop, but it does absolutely nothing.
Oh.
Like he does Hogan's finisher and does nothing. He's like, "Oh, I should have expected that." he doesn't notice it was... Or like, what if he goes for Warrior Splash? He just does the splash inside the Kool-Aid.
Just a lot of potential with Randy, and that makes me happy.
It does concern me because apparently it's going to go wild, which has me concerned that by wild they mean less Chuck Norris Sega Sanshiro, where like they take it ridiculously far and it's great, and more Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie, where it goes off the rails.
They're gonna just break the fourth wall for no reason.
Or even worse, like if it goes full Deadpool versus Mask.
I would hate that.
That
I don't
would...
want them breaking the fourth wall. They don't do that.
Yeah, like there is. I mean, in a sense, they do, but not in that way. Like Kool-Aid Man talks to the audience when advertising something, but that doesn't really count. And Macho Man will talk to the audience because in universe there is an audience still. Like that's where kayfabe gets really weird. Even in universe,
Yeah, but they
you're
never are like, yeah, I'm in a web series on YouTube.
I've never seen
Ooh,
Macho Man
yeah.
go, "Ooh yeah, I'm just playing this character up for the WWE." He
That
never
dude
did.
lived his character.
Like
Like, good lord.
Macho Man is like one of the wrestlers who just went that far with it, that like he became the
Yeah,
character.
he was pretty much.
Like I think the only thing I've
Like,
seen go further than that is when Ultimate Warrior legally changed his name. That's about the
that
only
was so
thing.
stupid.
It's so funny though.
Like, imagine going to some weird political thing and it's like, presented by Warrior.
Actually, Warrior is my last name.
Warrior was my father.
Mr.
Not
Warrior.
really, but you know.
Imagine if he got a doctorate.
Warrior
if he got a
says-
doctorate and he was called Dr. Warrior.
Dr. Warrior.
To be fair, that would be a great name.
You know, if that was just his last name, his name would be Jim Warrior. Jimmy
He
Warrior.
only changed his. Oh my god.
His last name was cool though. It was Hellwig.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than Hogan's real name.
Bolia.
Like, Terry's a fine name, but Bolia just sounds weird.
Macho Man's is Poffo.
It kind of sounds like a Pokemon.
His name's Randy Poffo.
Kind of sounds like a Pokemon.
Kinda is. Sounds like a Poffin. Except to like broke in the microwave or something. Oh, look, it's a Poffo.
That's about right, yeah. But
Is that
I am concerned that they might go like too far in like the wrong way.
Yeah.
If they went the Chuck Norris Sega Sanshiro way, and what they did was just have them fight in this most over-the-top, destructive fight that reaches a galactic level just because, yes, I'd be fine with that. Like, I think that would be great.
I'm fine with like escalation of power. Have Randy turn into a constellation. I don't care.
Like, Randy turns into a constellation,
awesome.
and the Kool-Aid Man runs across, like, destroying all the stars in the constellation, trying to stop him.
Oh, that'd be so,
That'd be so
cool.
funny. Yeah.
Randy just uses his powers of blowing up stuff for no reason.
He turns into the constellation and he punches the Kool-Aid Man with a bunch of stars, and then he goes, "Ooh yeah!" and all the stars explode on the Kool-Aid Man.
Okay, now I want the finishing part to be he kills Kool-Aid Man. And Kool-Aid Man, like, because they're in space, he's just floating as like a broken pitcher. And then the constellation, Randy Savage picks him up and just drinks out of him. It's like, yeah.
He's just got a
Tasty.
Slim Jims made of constellations.
Yeah, he's just eating a Slim Jim made out of freaking solar system.
It's so stupid, but I would love it. Like that's a
Like,
level of
good
absolute
lord.
idiocy that I'm all for if it goes down that path.
I'm gonna go eat a Milky Way, and I don't mean the chocolate bar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I
If they
guess
went that far, sure.
that if they go down that path, I'm all for that. That sounds amazing. If they go down the Deadpool mask path, like even if it's really good, I'm gonna be thinking, why is Macho Man a Looney Tune?
Shouldn't be that. He'll voice cartoons, but he's not one.
What's up with Kool? Like, I did Kool-Aid Man vs Pepsi Man, and I can safely say that sort of fuckery is way more similar to what Pepsi Man would do than what Kool-Aid Man would do.
Yeah, definitely.
I also low-key predicted this episode when I had Macho Man win that fight between Pepsi Man and Kool-Aid Man.
Hey, man, now if we don't get Constellation Macho Man, I'm gonna be pissed.
Which is funny because it's not even something he himself does, but it's like the other two big boys of that time did, and it's like,
Yeah,
come on,
like,
Macho Man needs to do.
why
that.
wouldn't he be able to do it?
Yeah,
If you're gonna go all out,
Constellation Macho Man Randall the Savage.
oh, Randy Poffo, he's a bunch of stars.
I mean, hey, for all we know, Kool-Aid Man's actual name is like Jonathan Bislier.
Oh, what's your name? My name is Randall Pitcher. Funny enough, Randy Savage was a baseball player. He was a pitcher.
He did do a lot of things.
At least I think he was a pitcher. Yeah. His brother was a wrestler too. Leaping Lanny Poffo.
Don't actually.
His dad
say
was
the
a
name.
wrestler too.
You know, to be
His name is Leaping Lanny.
None of these names are as bad as Shawn Michaels.
Have you heard his Higginbottom?
Yeah, that is. Oh, that's a name.
There's a reason he didn't use his real name.
I mean, it's fitting though, because we're being honest. Shawn Michaels is a bit of an asshole.
A huge.
So yeah, I think the name fits pretty well.
About Paul Levesque.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestlers become less cool when you find out what the real name is, like frickin' hey CM Punk, or should I say Phil?
Undertaker's name I like
Phil?
though. I like Undertaker's real name.
Undertaker has a name that actually fits his gimmick. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, Calloway.
Like Mark Calloway is a name I would think of looking at him.
I could actually see like a movie and someone's going to a cemetery and there's like an actual Undertaker there and he's like, my name is Mark Calloway. I could see that. Like that works.
And Paul Bear's name is as subtle as a brick. That's Paul Bear.
Oh.
Wrestling names are dumb.
Now, what is a worse name? Glenn Jacobs or Isaac Yankem?
Isaac Yankem.
Or
DDS.
Sid Powers.
Freaking. There's also the Unabomber. And the Christmas creature.
Yeah, the Christmas
He
creature.
dressed as a weird Christmas tree thing.
He was also called Doomsday once. Maybe they'll give us DC scaling.
Yeah.
They'll give DC scaling
Oh,
to
God.
Randy Savage and then Marvel scaling to Kool-Aid Man and just make it Hulk vs. Doomsday again.
Oh boy.
That would be stupid.
Yeah,
that's
I want
what
to go
we-
with the Constellation.
That if Doomsday and Hulk do show up in the fight, just to, like immediately get murked, that would be funny because I would
That
get,
would be amazing.
I would get the reference. It'd be hilarious.
Just, oh yeah. You're gonna die tonight.
Randy just goes, "Ooh yeah," to blow up Doomsday and use his spikes as weapons.
Oh my god.
There's just a sword made of Doomsday spikes that happens to fly out, and Randy catches it and just hits Kool-Aid.
Oh my god. Be awesome.
Like
It'd somehow be more appropriate than giving Shadow a random sword from Shadow the Hedgehog.
yeah, it would be. I mean, like we know we have an idea of what they're probably gonna do. Like we know we're gonna have the elbow drop from the sky, and we know that there's gonna be some walls that break.
Well, it's got to, right?
Yeah,
Just,
like,
oh
you
yeah.
can't have Kool-Aid Man without him like busting a wall down at some point.
Might be how the fight starts.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine the fight starts with like one of them doing an ad and the other one interrupts it.
It'd have to be like Randy's filming an ad for Slim Jims, and someone's like, "Man, I could really use a drink," and then, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and Randy's like,
It's like, what are you
"Ooh."
doing on my set?
Yeah. and then he says, "Oh yeah," back, and there's this initial clash of those, and then they get into an actual scrap.
I got you for 3 minutes because that's usually how long these fights last.
Which is true. That is how long fights have been going this season of Death Battle.
Yeah, even like whenever Batman and Iron Man ended, I was like, wait, it's over?
Yeah,
I thought there was like another minute.
Yeah, and it's not technically out yet, but we know Goku Black vs Reverse Flash is going to be around
It's
that.
under 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's about
like
3.5.
20,
Technically about
3:30?
3.
The
'cause,
soundtrack's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, I don't like the name of it though.
I hate. Yeah, I like the other one where everyone's like, what is it, Rose Reversal?
Yeah.
Then now it's Reversal Rose. They reverse the reverse.
So now it should just be normal flowing rose, like just regular rose, average rose.
Yeah.
Technically, it should have been rose reversal because GM didn't put the little accent over the E. So it should have
Ooh.
been Rose reversal, not Rose reversal. But that doesn't really have
Oh.
the phonetic sign that's close to role reversal, which is what it's based on. So yeah.
I hate that small part of my brain is like Goku Black's gonna win, and you're gonna hate it. Like, come on, don't do that to
I am
me.
going to be upset if Goku Black wins because I fucking love the Reverse Flash, and Goku Black's like he's the best villain in Dragon Ball Super, but he's the only villain in Dragon Ball Super.
I was
other
gonna
than
say
regular
that's not
Zamasu.
hard. And that
Like,
weird Jello Man and Jello Vegeta.
oh, never mind. Patafu, his name is very close to the Macho Man, so he should probably win.
Yeah. Patafu Pofo.
Patafu versus
Tofo.
Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
I am Vegeta,
but
jelly. Marvel at my incredible personality. And the only thing you'll ever remember is that they got the ocean dub voice for Vegeta in the dub.
I thought that was so cool.
It was. That's just awesome.
I always liked Brian Drummond. I always liked his Vegeta.
I think that's like the one of the coolest parts of Super is having Sabat and Drummond like in the same thing.
The little fan servicey things are
Yeah.
pretty neat. Like just
except-
Roshi getting to do anything.
Except in the manga, where like a lot of the fan service stuff is just literally redrawing what already happened.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, though I do like in the manga when Goku and Vegeta have a fight and they take the poses they did during the Saiyan saga. That one's cool. That one's cool. That one's cool.
You know, it's weird. The whole Goku Black and Reverse Flash. This is coming out after that comes out, so it's going to be weird being like, this was recorded before that. If
Yeah.
Reverse Flash wins, go back in time and tell me.
It literally it's the same day. Like for me, I'm gonna be watching the episode like 12 hours from now. Technically, that is tomorrow.
I'm going to try to watch it. I'm going to try to watch it before I go to work.
Yeah, it's quite late for you, isn't it?
It's like 1:30 a.m. right now,
Oh,
but
okay, it's not that late.
I'm managing.
It's not that late.
Yeah.
That's around the
I've
time.
been
That's not
up
even close
late.
to an hour's sleep. My minimum.
Yeah, I need.
My minimum sleep hour is like 3 a.m.
Good God, man.
I've got videos to make.
My Swedish friend Stoff, he's nocturnal. As like we do calls at night from like 6 o'clock my time. It's 12 o'clock his time, like midnight for him. And we'll talk till like it's 12 for me. And I'm like, it's 6 in the morning for him. How is he awake? It's a freaking night owl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want, like, my brother, he did not like Iron Man and Batman that much. A good chunk is because Batman lost.
Yeah. I mean.
And then we saw Reverse Flash, and he's like, "Oh, they killed my favorite superhero. Now they're gonna kill my favorite villain." Like, great.
I know there was.
Gotta deal with this for 2 weeks.
I know there is a small subset of people who think Goku Black should win, and I feel bad for them.
Because Reverse Flash got shot by a bullet. Wow.
Wow, he got shot by a bullet. To be fair, bullet's stronger than a rock.
It was a pretty big rock.
Oh, it's still a rock.
That was a big bullet.
how
Like,
many
I remember he
how-
had a huge
Yeah,
hole
he
in
had
his
like
head.
it was like a slug shot out of a pistol somehow.
Like, I could see Thomas Wayne's big fat lips from really far away through that
His
hole.
big, pouty lips.
Yeah. Everyone has a weird face in that movie,
I love it.
except
It's
like
so
Flash and Reverse Flash.
It's so funny. I love
Superman looks so weird.
it.
Superman looks like he's gonna give me a kiss, and I don't like it.
Superman looks like he can, like he looks so skinny, and I know that's the point, but it's weird. It's just weird.
He's just, oh, the sun.
Like I like Flashpoint because a lot of it is really funny with how like overly edgy it tries to be.
Yeah.
Like the scene of Wonder Woman just like carving up those kids is like, okay, all right.
So I like Captain Thunder.
I like seeing him just like lay Wonder Woman out. Like that was cool. But then, you know,
Oh, yeah, well, I never thought, like, I like Aquaman. He's really cool. in a fight between him and Wonder Woman, I didn't think I'd be cheering for Aquaman. Like, just destroy her, please.
I mean, I generally would
Whenever he's
probably
just
root for
throwing it
Aquaman
around by
because
her hair.
Aquaman just has some Chad moments. Like, Wonder Woman has great moments
He's
too,
pretty good.
but there's something just so raw about raising your hands and stopping an attack that sunk your entire continent. Like, it's not super
Yeah.
impressive in the context of DC Heralds, but it's just really cool.
Yeah, Aquaman is like, I don't think he has much nowadays as he used to be, but he used to be like severely downplayed.
Yeah,
And
people
then
used to...
Injustice came out.
The one good thing Injustice did is help turn around the opinion on Aquaman.
It really, like, the one of the big selling points of the game was, hey guys, we made Aquaman cool. We gave him a shark.
And it's funny because like he was always cool, and like the shark's fine, but it's not really anything compared to the Kraken.
That's true.
Like, oh yeah, Aquaman's gonna come in with a great white shark, all scary, and then the Kraken shows up. It's like, oh shit,
Oh, look, my nightmare.
Mamma
Good to
mia!
know.
Or I guess if we're doing the
I'm
modern
gonna
version,
die.
doing the modern version of Mario, what?
Oh my god.
Let's not talk about Chris Pratt Mario right now.
Can I talk about Jack Black as Bowser?
That sounds amazing. I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear that.
It does. I just want to be like, Shashapui! Just freaking
I just
be awesome.
I can't imagine Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. That's like, hey, I'm Donkey Kong. How you doing? Yeah. Like with that sort of hoarse voice, that hoarse voice that he's got. Hey, to be honest,
His laugh would fit, though.
It just,
Yeah, just-
I just, oh man, I
love it.
I'll be honest. For Donkey Kong, who is it? They should have gotten Richard Yearwood, who voiced Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country.
Oh my god.
that would have been
Nana Slammer.
like
Love that guy can sing so well. He's playing Donkey Kong.
No, there's a different voice for the sing.
Oh, that's a different voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Jack Skellington treatment.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I forgot his name.
Is Jack
Sterling
Skellington gonna be in
Sterling
Death Battle?
Jarvis. Sterling Jarvis is the guy who voiced the singing voice of Donkey Kong.
That's a nice name. Way better than Pafo.
Stop dunking on Randy.
Okay, it's better than Bolia. How about that?
Okay, we can accept
Go on
that.
Hogan all you want. Nobody cares anymore.
I still like Hogan, but he deserves to be dunked on.
Yeah, I mean, all the crap he does, the racism, the...
The best thing about Hogan is that time he was in a movie where someone throws a dog into the river.
Yeah, in the background. I was like, what?
I always remember that. I don't even remember the
Just-
movie. Was it like I don't remember the movie.
I don't-
It was like when he was a nanny or something like that.
I was gonna say Nanny with muscles, but I'm thinking of Santa with muscles.
No, that's Bill Goldberg.
Santa sleigh.
I love that movie for how bad it is.
It's so bad.
I-
I don't even
I-
like Goldberg, so I don't like.
I've been very tempted, if I could, to do Santa Slay Santa versus Krampus from the Krampus movie. It's because it sounds
Oh,
really
God.
funny. But I know Santa Slay
Fun
Santa would win because
He's like, "You're next," and then he just
he
spears
like
him.
walks through explosions at a few points.
He's just literally Santa, so
Mr.
yeah,
Nanny.
he's pretty
That's
OP.
the movie. Mr. Nanny. That's the movie with the dog. One of the first results is
Suburban Commando.
one of the first results when I look it up on Google is Mr. Nanny dog. I'm
Jesus Christ.
It's just like that guy throwing a dog into the ocean. It's so funny. It's not even like super obscure or like hidden. It's like it's so obviously there. It's obviously a dog. Like
It's like the freaking Munchkin in The Wizard of Oz hanging himself in the background.
except like that's edited is the thing.
It's kind of an urban myth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's edited because like in the
but I
film,
still
it's a crane that's there.
that's hilarious though.
Yeah. Um.
Just
Yeah, and you can sort of see there's a bit where like you can see the crane's wings when it's spread. It like affects the background that was edited to put in the Munchkin hanging.
one of them couldn't take the song anymore. Didn't like being in the Lollipop Guild.
The hanged Munchkin versus the ghost from what was the movie? Have you heard the urban legend of like the ghost in that movie where three guys like in a house and there's just a ghost behind the curtains?
I feel like I have.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to double check what movie it's from.
I thought you were gonna say that versus the dog.
No. The
The
dog,
Munchkin versus the dog.
the dog can fight Free Willy.
Yeah.
Look at that movie, Urban Legends. Let's just see. This is going like off topic, but like the thing is, what can you do with Randy versus Kool-Aid Man? Because like we don't know how serious they're gonna take it. So
I already said what I want. Constellation.
yes, give us the constellation fight. That sounds the most fun thing. All right, top 10 urban legends. Wizard of Oz, Munchkin suicide. Yeah, we know. 3 men and a goat, and 3 men and a baby ghost. That's the one where there's this scene where you can see behind the curtains of a window. There's just a ghost. Apparently, there's like a figure there that was not meant to be there. But it was just a cardboard cutout. it was just a standee. Oh,
That'd be Michael Myers.
that would be funny. Oh yeah, the next thing they have is like the urban legend that the Back to the Future Part 2's hoverboards are real, which I've never heard anyone believe that.
Hoverboards.
The Lion King sex dust. Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Oh, is that the thing where it looks like a woman?
No,
It's supposed to be like a face, but it doesn't look like a face.
It's in the movie when Simba falls on like the side of a mountain and the dust flies up and spells the word sex, but it's meant to be SFX.
Okay, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Guys, I effed up. Seriously, I put one extra line by accident.
Yeah. Ooh, I've not heard of this one. Poltergeist Ghost Director. Although Toby Hooper is credited as the official director of the film, why do you believe the film's producer Steven Spielberg directed a majority of the movie? Spielberg's contract contained a clause that he wasn't allowed to direct another movie while preparing for E.T. Some question his role in Poltergeist when reports emerged that Spielberg was a more vocal and active presence than Hooper while on set. Clarified that Hooper wasn't a take charge kind of guy, and if a problem occurred during production, he would step in with Hooper's consent. Okay. Right, that's actually not nearly as interesting as I thought when I heard Ghost Director. When I hear Ghost Director,
You clickbaited me.
Yeah. Ben-Hur's
I don't know.
Chariot
I
Race
love
Death
ghosts
Director.
when
You
I love whenever ghosts go over the top, and it's just like, ooh, I'm a ghost.
Have you seen The Nun?
No.
There is this one scene that is so funny. So they set up earlier, these coffins, right? And they got these bells, so if someone's accidentally buried alive, they like ring the bell. And then later in the film, a guy gets buried alive and dumped in there, and he rings the bell, and then every other bell in the cemetery starts ringing at the same time.
Crap.
Is the ghost doing that? Is the nun like making the corpses do that, or is she just like in each one of those like a bunch of clones of herself ringing the bells? Like this sounds so.
I was
funny.
thinking of like Aqua Teen Hunger Force with the ghost who's just like, I'm bringing the pots. What the hell? You've only got one pot. Talking all wibbly wobbly, and it's funny.
Hold on. The 10th urban legend is the Blair Witch Project was a real documentary. No,
Oh, I remember that.
I get it. I would get it at the time because
Oh.
like the campaign they did to promote the film was really well done, but
Yeah.
that's a load of
I like
bullshit.
the
Isn't
film theory that the guys
it?
staged
Yeah,
it to kill the girl.
I'm pretty sure that's one of
Because
those.
that girl
Yeah,
annoys me throughout the whole movie.
I'm pretty sure that's one of
My
like
brother hated that
that's
movie.
one of the
I
theories
found that really
he's
funny.
done that is not like invented by him, but he like put it into a really good format to like understand it. Along with like the Harry Potter one, where like the chosen one was also Neville, and
Yeah.
the Matrix one, which surprisingly, the nostalgia critic talked about before Matt Pat did.
Oh, crap.
Matt Pat versus the
Uh,
nostalgia critic.
Perfect.
That might actually be debatable, but I think Matt Pat would out
Oh my
hacks.
god. uh,
The potato
but
asteroid. Yeah, I remember this. The asteroids in Empire Strikes Back. Like there was like a shoe and a potato, something like that. That was like in the film or something. I swear that might actually be false though, as far as I know. Yeah. So yeah, this
I
is like
remember that meme. That
this
was
is just reaching the point where
just urban legends.
yeah, there's not much else to say really. Hope the episode's good. Hoping Randy wins. Randy with the constellation thing should win pretty easily too. Um,
I hope Reverse Flash also wins.
I hope Reverse Flash wins too.
The preview looks good.
It does,
Preview looks great.
except for
I'm
the
so
part where
happy with
Goku
that.
Black's time ring vanishes, like every couple shots.
Yeah. Is that not on purpose? I was so hoping that was on purpose.
I thought it was, but then I noticed that it was missing in the shot before Reverse Flash punches his T.
Gummit.
I
Rooster teeth. Come on.
They did the same with Green Lantern and his ring, which sometimes like just swaps sides, and sometimes he has
How do you
two
F
rings.
that up?
Like,
Like-
man.
Goku Black, fine. Green freaking Lantern. No,
Yeah.
his whole thing is he wears a ring. How do you cock that up?
At least they won't fuck that up with Mogo.
Yeah,
Because you
he
can't.
is the ring.
No, there is a ring on Mogo, but you're not gonna see it. It's a ring on a planet.
Under, it's just a bunch of dirt on top of it.
I would imagine like there's. I think there was a time like the ring was just like hanging on a tree or like in the hand of some animal, and like Mogo just let it happen like that because like he's a nice guy. Like Mogo is
hilarious.
amazing. Literally pulls
I love
himself back
Mogo.
together from the dead and like lights up the universe with his power. Like that's just awesome.
Mogo's cool.
Like I wish he beat Ego.
Yeah, Ego's kind of dumb. I don't like Ego.
He at
He's
least
like, I'm Russell Brand.
he beats Ranks, which is the Sinestro Corps' sentient planet. But like that, no one wants the same serious fight. And yeah, there are 3 at least living planets in DC that I know of.
DC has a lot of planets and they have a lot of gorillas. Why do
Yeah.
they have a lot of gorillas?
There's just a dimension
Like-
of gorillas, like a world of them.
I like Marvel has like what, 1 or 2 smart apes or primates?
No, Marvel have one universe that is just everyone's a monkey.
I'm talking about like Gorilla Grodd. Like a villain or I know they have Hit Monkey.
Well, no,
I don't know how
what is? Let me.
Like,
I'm
you
gonna
have-
look
you have Grodd, Ultra Humanite, Solivar, and a bunch of other ones I'm sure. I'm just forgetting.
it- Yeah.
He's got a bunch of smart monkeys. And Stoff, if you're listening to this, yes, I just called Grodd a monkey. You piss baby, get over it.
I mean, he
It's
is
funny. I know. He's a gorilla. Every time I call a gorilla a monkey as a joke or something, Stoff's like, he's an ape. Like that. Comment. I don't care.
Now, I'm gonna pose it to you.
It's
How many villain apes do you think exist in this Earth?
probably all of them.
Probably all of them. So technically, Marvel have more.
Yeah, Mark. Okay, you got me there.
And
Shut up now.
But like when it comes to living planets, DC's got Mogo, the living planet. It's got Ranks, the sentient city, which is actually a planet, and it's got Danny the Street, who once turned into Danny the Planet.
I remember Danny. I
I'm
love Danny.
Still looking for a fight.
I need to watch
Danny.
Doom Patrol season 3.
Is he in the show?
Danny's in Doom Patrol, yeah.
Oh, he's in the show. I didn't know he was in the show. I should watch it then, just for Danny.
It's Doom Patrol's so good. This third season just started.
I
need to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it just for Danny, like just for Danny the Street. It's
And he has some good episodes too.
It's just like a lot of DC shows. I'm sort of off them. You know, I've just gotten sick of them.
Yeah.
I plan to check out
I
Lois.
like.
I plan to check out Lois and Clark because it wasn't made by the CW. It was just produced by them.
Yeah. Good lord, I remember. What was it? Supergirl that had Martian Manhunter, and he's a complete jobber.
Yeah, I brought that up with Mal. When I was
Did
watching.
you?
When I was watching, I think it was the 4th season, right? One of the main villains was Malaflak, which is one of the few noteworthy Martian Manhunter villains. Yeah, Manhunter doesn't do shit. He doesn't do shit in that season. I think he does stop. He does stop Malaflak with his telekinetic abilities, but like in terms of actual fights, there's this one scene where like some chick makes a portal and he just goes, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna like let it hit me. I'm dead. You might as well consider me dead, Supergirl. Go stop it. Supergirl, who's definitely Supergirl from the comics, and not just Superman with a vagina. You know, because we can't write Supergirl properly.
Yep. Go have fun.
It's funny how Supergirl versus She-Hulk is now thematic because they've both been ruined in the modern era.
Yeah. I hate Hulk, She-Hulk. It's so dumb.
It makes me wonder.
She's smart.
Like I have seen.
Reserved.
I don't want to get into like any sort of political thing, but I've seen people say that the changes to them were done for female empowerment. But I wonder how empowered you can have by taking away a character's identity so that they are nothing but a comparison to their male counterpart. Is that not...
I was about to say, female empowerment, you make her more like a dude.
Like...
It's the opposite.
I think, doesn't She-Hulk, like, shame the old She-Hulk for being attractive?
Yes.
Like, okay.
For not being some gray, muscle-bound freak.
Be proud of your body. Sure thing if you want. But also, if you are healthy, you shouldn't feel bad about it.
It just...
Now Supergirl vs. She-Hulk is thematic, and it's thematic in the worst way possible. I just hate the matchup so much.
That's how I feel whenever I read Dan Slott's Spider-Man.
It's funny, right? Because like with the classic versions of She-Hulk and Supergirl, there is like an appeal to, you know, a Kryptonian versus Hulk fight where the Kryptonian is a raging, angry bastard, and the Hulk is a smart, quippy person. Like, there's an interesting dynamic there when the Kryptonian is the far more aggressive one.
Oh, the Hulk is smart? Whoa, that's weird.
I worry that if they did Supergirl
I want
She-Hulk,
my Joe Fix-It fight.
I'd be worried that She-Hulk would turn into the modern She-Hulk in the fight, like just get all muscle down at some point. Which, like, okay, if they want to balance out Supergirl getting the Red Lantern ring, but I don't know why they would have her do that in the middle of the fight.
I like Supergirl in the animated Justice League movie where at the end they're going to the house and then Darkseid just comes out of it.
That's
it's one of the best scenes ever.
Was it Armageddon?
I think it's called like it's not Dark.
No.
It's Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, yes.
I just remember watching it with my brother, and I'm just like, man, this movie has like 20 minutes left. He's like, yeah, Darkseid's just going to bust out of the house. And then he just big hand.
He does.
Punch.
Yeah.
Let's go, Superboy. I'm gonna beat you down with my eyes.
That's amazing. Like Darkseid just shows up on Earth and he's like, oh.
I like to imagine he was just sitting in the chair, made himself a sandwich or something. Just, I'll wait.
Yeah.
The idea of just godly or cosmic entities just hanging out is hilarious to me. Which is why I love the fact that Thanos every year on this guy's birthday, Thanos just terrorizes this one dude. That's hilarious to me. Have you seen it? It's so funny. Like, he's just happy birthday. I killed your cat.
I just find it strange that Santa Claus canonically shows up in Apocalypse every year.
Yeah, and Darkseid just doesn't want him to show up.
Darkseid's literally got this like whole setup to stop him, and Santa's like, ho ho ho, nice try, dickhead, and then runs off.
Like, this what he does is hilarious, and the face that Darkseid makes is completely terrifying.
Man, I like
Like,
the
with the big yellow eyes.
I like the animated DC movies. Well, some of them. I don't like.
Good chunk of them are really good.
I don't like Killing Joke.
Yuck.
Uh.
It was just nice to be able to introduce like John Constantine, Zatanna, Deadman, and a bunch of other characters to like my brother, who's always been a Marvel guy, much of a DC guy.
Yeah, in Dark. I've actually got a lot of the
Dark's so good.
the latter stuff of the DCAU, whatever the movie series that I haven't watched. Like I haven't seen Hell to Pay, Judas Contract. I've got Hush, Apocalypse War. I've got a lot of the films that I just haven't gotten around to watching properly. I've got Justice League vs Teen Titans, which I haven't watched.
I like Hell to Pay. That's a Suicide Squad one, right?
Yeah. The only one of those I've watched is Assault on Arkham.
Yeah, I remember Hell to Pay because, like, do you care if I spoil a certain thing?
Nah, go ahead. I'll probably forget.
I just found it. That's how I am. I just found it funny how like Reverse Flash dies in Flashpoint, and me and Cody are like, "Oh man, he was awesome," and then he's just in Hell to Pay for no reason.
Oh yeah,
like,
yes,
okay.
I've actually seen
a Speed Force.
I've actually seen that.
It's like, oh, I delayed my death by running.
Which he didn't in
on
the movie.
My level scrubs. It just like, come on.
I like Superman.
I just love that this guy could just delay his death.
I like Superman, Batman,
So
Public
dumb.
Enemies because it's like one of the movies that really focuses on the friendship.
Oh, I love that one.
And like when it focuses on their friendship, that's just amazing.
Just a simple little like hour 20-minute movie. It's super fun.
It's like 67 minutes. Yeah, it's not very long.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
But it's good.
It's still really good.
It's good.
I still love that one.
Focusing on
although the parts with Toyman are kind of funny.
I like when
it's like, hey, did you see Power Girl? She has huge.
I like when Superman's like genuinely angry with Lex because he thinks Batman's dead, and there's just like that anger.
Yeah.
You know, you don't often see from Superman, but like, he's just lost his best friend in his mind.
It was like, there was that, me being sad about that, but then Lex Luthor just saying, "Hello, sunshine." Just, you won me over, Lex. I love it.
Yeah. I just like
just Lex in that. I love him in All-Star Superman as well. Lex is so good in that.
That's another one that I've got, but I haven't watched.
Like, just the way Lex talks about Superman and Clark Kent as if they're two completely different people, because to him they are. But we know they're the same guy.
Yeah.
He's just like, I like you, Clark. You're different from him. And I'm like,
not like the Superman.
Oh, Clark. I thought you were supposed to be smart. It's only glasses.
Oh, I can't stop looking at those glasses to notice the rest. Oh, those glasses. Lex has just got a thing for
love. And wigs.
And wigs. I mean, he's always had a thing for wigs.
Your hair is amazing.
That's what you say to Supergirl, because she wears a wig.
want there to be a version of Superman now where Lex knows that he's Clark Kent and he's just like,
Nope.
well,
I refuse.
what can I do?
I just want to be like.
Is he
"Nope,
any
I
less
refuse."
bulletproof when he's not wearing his costume?
I know your identity, Clark. Now I'm gonna shoot you. Right. Okay. Plan B.
Oh, you're always invincible. Okay. I didn't think of that.
I was thinking this would be a Shazam sort of situation, but
Ooh.
errors have
I'm
been
just
made.
gonna kill Shazam. Just make up for this.
Shazam's got like the best alter ego possible because like you're never gonna figure that out unless you know.
It's a
or you've seen it.
child.
Like no one's gonna look at Billy Batson and go, "Oh, that's Shazam."
Oh, it's Shazam!
And if they did,
Tell.
it'd be like, no, he's not a 6 foot tall pile of muscle built like a brick shithouse. That's no, that's a kid. So it's like 10.
I think the only villain that ever figured it out was Mr. Mind.
I mean,
he's the main Shazam villain that isn't Black Adam, so.
I mean, Mr. Mind's whole thing is just really smart.
Yeah, he's just. They call him, what is it? They call him a worm from Mars, but he's clearly looking like a caterpillar.
Yeah, Mr. Mind versus
Dude.
Caterpie.
Whenever I found out Mr. Mind has a form called Hyperfly, I was like, oh, that's not fair. He's basically Galactus now. Great.
Oh,
He eats timelines. That's not fair. I don't know how good it is in a fight, as in, like, would he have to wait to use it? Probably. But still,
I mean,
if he uses it, you're screwed.
If he's eating timelines, the time doesn't really matter anymore. The timeline just gets
Whenever it was like Plankton versus Mr. Mind, I'm like, are we adding Hyperfly? Plankton's screwed either way,
Plankton's screwed either way, yeah. I mean, they probably would. Like,
but if you use
for
Hyperfly,
the ending of the fight, because it would look cool. To have the
just
timeline be
Plankton, a tiny man.
Oh, well, this is gonna end well.
It's just a giant fly
I just
that
imagine
eats time
like
for lunch.
The fly eats the Krusty Krab, and Plankton's like, well, at least this wasn't a total bust before he dies.
Yeah. Oh my god. But I want Shazam to come back to Death Battle. His first episode was short.
Perfectly.
The animation was short.
I feel like you could do more with Shazam. I would really like Shazam versus He-Man if He-Man didn't already have like a great episode.
Same.
And
100%. I like that idea.
There's Shazam versus Seiya, but I'm just not very interested in it. Honestly.
I don't want Shazam to lose.
Yeah, and
I am biased.
Seiya's got one of the biggest chances to beat Shazam of any of his opponents.
Yeah, because
Shazam versus Thor, but that's also very likely a Thor win. Which
yeah, I mean,
oof.
I'm down with Thor though. Thor's literally my favorite Marvel superhero, so I'm down.
Yeah, but at the same time, Thor's gonna fight Vegeta.
That's true. Who's gonna kill Vegeta? I love that you said who's gonna fight Vegeta. I'm like, yeah, who's gonna kill him?
Yeah, Vegeta doesn't win any of his matchups.
Does he not?
He loses.
It's really sad.
He beats Shadow, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But he loses to Thor. He probably loses to Zod, I'd imagine. He loses to, what was it, Dragon Shiryu, the Seiya one, or was it Ikki Phoenix?
That sounds about right.
I think it was Phoenix Ikki. It was one of them. He loses to his Seiya opponent. He loses to Lahal from Disagaya. God, he loses to Arjuna from Fate. He loses to the Nostalgia Critic.
Oh my god.
He has no way to kill the Nostalgia Critic. The Critic just comes back. Critic could like just walk. He could walk off screen, grab the. He just walk off screen, grab baby Vegeta, and just snap his neck. Critic can do that. He can do that, and he would.
That's so stupid.
So Vegeta can't even beat the Nostalgia Critic.
God, Vegeta just.
And that does mean Vegeta would also probably lose
even
to
when
Matt.
Even when I'm by myself, I'm still number 2.
The only person Vegeta's gonna beat is Patafu. Or if he has a fight with like GT Vegeta.
I just remember when people kept posting like, "Ooh, Vegeta's getting buffs in Super," and I'm like, man, they really want him to beat Thor, don't they?
And like Ultra Ego is the
Oh.
worst possible because its whole thing is standing there and taking hit, which means Thor can just be like, "Stand back, allow me to charge my God Blast," and Vegeta's like, "Come on, show me what you've got," and then just dies.
All right, but you're not gonna like it.
Dies. Sayonara, bitch.
Why does that make me laugh?
Oh,
Just to be like, give me what you got. Thor's like, all right, but you're not gonna like it.
Thor's like, God's Blast! And Vegeta's like, oh, how cute he named it. Oh, shit! Boom!
Oh,
Gone.
shit. Oh, crap.
That's the end of Vegeta. He just stood there to take it and died.
And Juggernaut's like, ha, pussy.
Juggernaut's just there now.
He just shows up on screen. He's like, I chose it. I'm the Juggernaut.
He just shows up. He's like, oh, I'm on my way to go fight Jiren.
Oh.
If they do Juggernaut versus
Juggernaut,
Jiren, that would be so painful. I prefer it to Jiren versus Sentry because Juggernaut's cooler than Sentry, but
Thank you. I agree.
the only Juggernaut matchup I like now is the Transformer one.
Which one is that?
Overlord.
Oh,
He
okay.
basically has like the same whole thing going on, like unstoppable, massive beefcake, those sort of things, always out for a fight. But also, you can have them fight after beating each other so hard, nothing of them is left but their skeletons, but they're still continuing to fight. Like that's something that Overlord's
that'd
done.
be so cool.
Overlord's done that as well, so you can have that be the climax, and that'd be fucking great.
I did love that Archie, Knuckles, and Juggernaut was a thing. It's like, oh, Knuckles wins. I'm like, what? That makes no sense. It's just, well, Juggernaut can't resist an existence erasure. I'm like, yeah, yes, he can.
Knuckles' only win con is the ability to separate someone from their power source. That's his only way of winning. Like
I remember, like, someone mentioned that, and I was just like, could he even do that to Sidorak?
oh, he couldn't do
Sidorak
it
is
to
in every dimension.
couldn't
like,
do it to Sidorak. He could maybe do it to
Yeah, like, that's
Juggernaut
not
and
gonna
separate
happen.
Juggernaut from Sidorak, but he's not going to get anywhere if he tries to target the Sidorak side of the connection.
He's
Sidorak's
just gonna
just
get
step on him.
dusted. Ew, a bug.
Ew! I stepped in loser.
A big red loser. Ugh.
Not even big red. Like Knuckles is like what, a meter tall.
Tiny red loser.
He's like the size of
Oh, I
gray
stepped on a bug. Just scrapes it off his foot.
Yeah,
Love Sidorak though. He's funny.
he's a big red.
Reminds me of Naboo. Big dickhead.
Sidorak.
I still love. I just like the one matchup I came up with that has good connections, and it's a horrible match fight wise.
What is it?
Just Juggernaut and Dr. Fate. You remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, wow, this actually makes sense. Too bad it sucks.
Yeah. I think like you're pushing it with Vegito versus Dr. Fate, but when you have a character who doesn't even have like ranged options of any real kind, there's a bit of a problem there.
Juggernaut's just like, stop throwing crap at me.
I would take Juggernaut versus Lobo, but Lobo already got an episode, so I'm not really into it. If
Lobo's gonna get skinned twice.
I mean, it's weird because like Lobo at his peak obliterates, but Lobo at his weakest is not even Batman tier. It's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
in universe, his power fluctuation is insane. Like when he's at his
Yeah.
best and he's killing fifth dimensional imps, like Jesus.
Jesus.
Like Sidorak would
Hey,
struggle with
the
that,
most-
but then at his weakest, he's being beaten by regular people.
Most angry I've ever been in a versus debate is Juggernaut and Broly.
Oh,
And it was so. I hated it. It was just like, oh, Broly broke reality when he fought whichever fusion it was. And I'm like, Juggernaut can do that by clapping.
Thor once did that by accident.
Come on.
Juggernaut's nose sold Mjolnir before.
Juggernaut literally punches holes in space-time when he's
Yeah.
pissed off. That's it.
Oh yeah, I
Good luck,
think
Broly.
Death Battle have like changed their stance on like the scaling for Super Saiyan God recently with Goku Black. So basically the stance is that Goku has access to God Ki, but he can't actually use the full power of Super Saiyan God in base. So base Goku would not be universal. Because that was only something he achieved as God. Because the reasoning makes sense. Like, why would he still have Super Saiyan God as a form if he already has its power in base?
Yeah.
It's like the idea is that
Oh my God.
when they say that he absorbed the power of God into his body, it's just he absorbed the ability to transform into it at any time.
Goku Black's even more screwed.
So yeah, Goku Black would scale to like 50 times universal against Blue, and then if you count Kaioken, it would be like 50 times 20. It's like 1,000 times universal, which is
But yeah, I hate
very
getting.
high.
I just hate getting into any Juggernaut debate because it's always, why does Juggernaut win? Well, he can't be killed, and he's really strong. That's all I.
Juggernaut.
In layman's terms. What else am I gonna say?
He is
Like
big and
Oblivion
strong.
couldn't erase him.
Yeah.
Oblivion couldn't erase him. What chance does Broly have with his punches?
Yeah,
Like,
Oblivion's weird. 'Cause,
Archie
like,
Knuckles.
Oblivion is so
Yeah.
powerful, but he can't even mind hacks Galactus.
If they do Juggernaut and Hermione, I will be so mad.
I would have
I'd be
loved
uber
it as
pissed.
a DBX this season. I would have loved it as a DBX this season.
I can't want it because everyone's gonna vote for frickin' Hermione because they're funny.
Yeah,
It'd be cool to watch Juggernaut lose.
but then you watch
So-
the alternate ending.
Yeah, but frickin' the Rooster Teeth website doesn't play videos on my phone. I can only do that on my laptop. That'd be a pain in the
Rooster
ass.
Teeth website just sucks.
Yeah,
It
I
is
keep
so-
telling people
It's
it sucks.
oh wow, we're a big corporation now. We're getting official voice actors from like Funimation to voice for us. Let's not have a website that works.
Like, I hate it. Like, I'm glad all endings are free to the public now, but I hate that I have to go all out of my way to access them.
Yeah,
If they were just on YouTube, that'd be great.
that would be. So, we are an hour and a half into this recording.
Yeah.
And it's getting pretty late for you now at this point. It's like 2.
Yep.
2:11. You'll probably want to go to bed soon, so we should probably wrap this up.
All right. Constellation Macho Man. Juggernaut's a cool guy.
That is the main takeaway.
Those are my notes.
So thank you for joining me. It was a lot of fun to talk with someone who actually knows WWE, which, you know, there's not a lot of people I know that are actually into WWE. And like,
Yeah.
a lot of people like love Randy and are rooting for him because, you know, he was a real person and he had the funny Slim Jim commercials. And I'm here thinking, man, he had that one match with Ricky Steamboat.
God, I love that match.
Oh,
It's
so
so
good. And I'm thinking
It's a classic.
that's why I'm rooting for the Macho Man. It's because I watched him.
Yeah.
Like I've always been more of like a Taker guy above any other wrestler, but Macho Man's like one of the many that also caught my eye when I was like, what? Like I got into WWE because of the Undertaker, but Macho Man is fucking great.
Yeah. He's just fantastic.
And you can say goodbye in whatever way you want.
See you later, alligator. Yeah. It's not. Isn't prepared.
I'll drop a link in the description to your channel, and anyone who's interested in rap battles can go check that out. Yeah. Hopefully.
I've done some death battle ideas if that helps.
He did Goro versus Machamp, and Machamp talked. It was very cursed.
Yeah. Also did Boba and Samus, and
Yeah,
she talked.
I saw that as well. Hey, Samus at least talks in other M.
Yeah, but whenever she does, the game sucks.
I am Samus Aran from the Metroid series. Welcome to other
Da
M.
baby.
Ba-da-ba,
Da baby.
ba-da-ba.
Da baby.
So yeah, you guys can check that out if you want. I would recommend it. Yeah, that's about all there is. Obviously, it wasn't too much to say in this one. I mean, I guess the first half of this, I want to say, was focused on looking into random WWE things. But yeah, I hope all you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.